Alright everybody, it's Dallas42. I'm back for another installment of our 7 Days to Die game. It's the morning of day 11. So our next blood moon is on day 14, and on day 13 we want to shift our focus to constructing our horde base and improving it, getting it up to ship shape. So that means we've got today and tomorrow to do questing and get more loot and build more stuff and get more prepared. So one thing I was thinking about while I was offline was to get try to get the smoke gear, because we had kind of stopped halfway on that. Let's finish up these challenges that I've already done. I built a workbench. I met Jen. I opened a trade route. I harvested pipes. I harvested polymers. I harvested mechanical parts. I harvested electrical parts. And I survived for 7 real hours. And you saw the whole thing. Okay, so what we have to do is let's just track this and see if we got all the stuff we need to build it. Armor kit. Leather. Coal. I'm short on coal. Okay. So, there's another way to find coal. And that is these little resource nodes. So the reddish-orange ones like this are iron, I believe. These gray ones are stone. The blue ones are lead, we found out. So there should be black ones, I think, somewhere. And they're not common in the forest biome, but they do happen every once in a while. Let's just look around our visible area here and see if we can spot one somewhere. That might be one, or it might just be a patch of forest, hard to say. Oh, there we go. Let's slap our little quick waypoint down on that, and we'll go over there and we'll collect enough coal at that node in order to finish building this smoke gear. And quite a bit extra just in case, because it's good for cooking and it's good for building our purified waters and various other things. So while we're there, we might as well get some extra. There she blows. Got his attention, but he's a long way off. It is coal. So let's go ahead and collect a good bit of this while we're here. I've gathered all the items for the smoke gear. I might be able to start crafting that, or do I need the table? I guess I need the table to do it. Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I do. I guess I need the table to be able to do it. The workshop. Okay, let's get some more of this coal while we're here. This is the good stuff right here. This will keep us going for a while. get up to... Let's finish this node that we're tapping into right now, and as soon as that's done, we'll move on. That should be enough for a while. Alright, that gave me 274 coal, so that's going to keep us going for quite a while. Now, there was a supply drop. Where was that? Completely wrong direction. Okay, we'll go do that some other time. For now, let's head back home and craft that smoke gear before we forget again. Our forest that we planted has grown to a prodigious size. Those are all trees that I planted over there. So next time we need wood, we don't have to run too far from home to get it. All right. Smoke gear. Why can't I build it yet? What's it locked behind? Maybe I have to complete this challenge first? Yeah, I think that's what I had to do. I just had to go in here and complete the challenge. I already had all the stuff, so I met the conditions to finish the challenge, but the recipe didn't become available until I completed that challenge. So now that I have, I can build this smoke gear. It'll take a minute to build. Let's put some things away while we wait. Oops, not that one. Okay. Oops. That's prepared food, not a cooking ingredient. We have this new storage for that now. Top up on our meat. And there's our smoke gear that we just crafted. So I can go where? And then if I look over, where is it? Here, I guess? No, if I look here, up here you can see that I've equipped the smoke gear. So this will negate the ambient smoke hazard found throughout the forest, burnt forest biome. So now we can freely go in there if we want to. However, I like to just do my lower level quests as I tier up. I like to do it right here in the forest. There's still plenty of opportunity for cool stuff here in the forest without having to go away. Check out our new scope. And I still miss. There, got her that time. So now that we've got a scope on this thing, I like to use this as I'm just out in the outdoor environment. And then when we get indoors, we'll use the pistol more. Or if we're in close quarters, we'll use the pistol more. So where's our next quest? We got to turn in a quest at the trader. That's what we got to do. Let's go over there and do that.
Didn't we agree your first job was going to be free?
Okay, so let's see what he's got for us. He could give us 200 coal, but we're good on that now. Crafting skill magazine bundle's always good. This one Headshots have a chance to stun and a greater chance to dismember. It doesn't specify that it's only with rifles, so it might be with all weapons. And this one says, harvest more lead and brass from sinks and plumbing. I think I gotta go for this one, hoping that it'll help us with non-rifle weapons. We'll find out. And let's get a new job. Ooh, infested clear at Buzz's bar. Fetch and clear at the Engels residence. Fetch and clear at the Sandvik's residence.
Look,
Let's try this
I'll
one.
give you some work. Let's get one thing straight. You're not working with me. You're working for
We
me.
have to read our book. Alright, let's go do this new quest that we just got. Should be fairly straightforward. It's a Tier 2 POI. Mailbox. Ooh. Armor-piercing rounds do considerably more damage against armored targets. Craft AP 9mm ammunition. Cool. Not too useful in the early game, but might come in handy later. Mailbox. Paper. This mailbox already used. Alright, here we are. Let's not forget to activate the flag. So we got a fetch and clear in here. Sit down. Gotcha. He gave me a loot bag. I've been ignoring my skill up points. We should do that real quick before we go any further. Okay, we got no more points available there yet. What does this one do? Reduce HP loss and less chance to get stunned. That's not bad. I really just only need the 1 point in healing factor, I think. About over here. Got enough points in that for now. I don't think these are all that useful for me. I can put another point in sneak attack damage. Let's do that. Then I want to put another point in Fortitude General over here, which will give us more headshot and dismember with machine guns. And then we can put another point in machine guns, and this will make them do more damage, have a faster fire rate, and reload faster. And give us stamina and find more machine gun related stuff. So that'll be good for us too. Let's do that. And into the POI we go, the Sandvik Residence 2 Skull POI. Deader. Got him. This flashlight points the way through the POI, like an amusement park ride. Handgun parts. 2 of them. That's really useful. That's a good find. Die, dog. Dogs have some good resources on them. I'm hungry. Time to eat. Here is the White River supply satchel that we were looking for. But we still have to clear the area of zombies. Probably like halfway through now. Repair tool crafting skill, that's a good one to get. And explosives, not very useful for us. Gotcha! See, now I'm doing 3.1 times sneak attack, where before I think I was doing like 2. I see red dots. It's a big mama. She's tough like the biker or the big tourist zombie. But I'm getting tougher too. So far so good in here. There's the way through. Let's make sure we got everything out here first. That bathroom was loaded. Up we go. Got him. Definitely starting to feel more powerful. Two big mamas in this POI. Zombies are getting a little tougher as I get higher level. Rad Remover mod. This disables regeneration ability of radiated charged infernal zombies for 90 seconds. Could come in handy later. We're not seeing those types of zombies yet, but eventually we will, because the zombies keep getting tougher as we gain levels. Repair tools, awesome. That we can just scrap. Cigars boost your strength, increase your barter ability, and make you look cool like a sexual tyrannosaurus. Learn to craft cigars. Alright. Some cool stuff there. Those aren't very good for us. Vehicle crafting. Salvage tool crafting. Those are both good for us. I am thirsty. Alright, I think that was the payoff room, so we've completed this POI. Here's a shortcut way out. That looks like a long way to fall, though. I don't feel very good about that. There we go, that's better. Alright, so we've cleared it. We just have to go turn our quest in at the trader. We do have a little room in our inventory, so we don't have to go home first. Just go cross country, save a little time.
Well, morning. I got a hangover, so just keep it down.
Alright. I think glue is probably our most important thing we can get for this one. Let's get another job. Fetch and clear at the Ingalls residence. That's the wrong direction. Or infested clear at Buzz's bar. Let's do that one.
If you want a job
Show
from
you how an
me,
infested
you'll
works.
do what are you standing there for? Don't you have work to do?
So let's go home and drop some stuff off first. Just grind through as many of these quests as we can here today, and I think tomorrow as well. Get as much loot as we possibly can, so that we're better prepared for the Horde Night when it comes. Alright, farming. Weapons ammo. Half. Pipe bomb ammo, we can throw that in there for now. Might come in handy someday. What about these gloves? These are Ranger gloves. Increases rifle and revolver damage. Well, I'm not using a rifle or a revolver now because I got the other kind of pistol now. So let's put that away for now. Hang on to it for later. To sell. Cooking ingredients. Ah, look at this. So this is a dye. I can show you how it works real quick. So you can modify one of your items, and it has this cosmetic slot, and you can put this dye in it, and it changes the color of your weapon. So it kind of gave my pistol a little green flare. Not really anything important, but just kind of fun once in a while. And I have an extra slot here. I can pop in this rad remover, so if we encounter any nasty special zombies while we're in a POI, that will help us deal with them. Then I've got this serrated blade mod, which makes a bladed weapon deal bleeding. So let's see if we can put that on here. We can. So we can keep the structural brace, and we can put the serrated blade mod on there. So that'll make our knife a little bit more effective. Rest of this stuff real quick. That's a good find. The 3 handgun parts, that's going to come in very handy. I don't need to have more than one of those on me. I don't need to have more than one of those either. I'll hang on to this grill just for later, just in case. Okay, we're ready to go for our next quest. Let's get it on. Try to use our time wisely. Bang out as many of these quests as we can before the end of the day. At 2200 we can no longer go back and get more, so we want to try and get to a logical stopping point before that. Maybe pick up one last quest to do at night. Alright, Buzz's Bar is a 1 skull POI. However, we are doing an infested clear. So that basically bumps up the difficulty of it a little bit. So the 1 tier POI basically becomes equivalent to a 2 tier POI. And there's more zombies and tougher zombies. Oh, they're in here somewhere. I can hear them breathing. Oh, forgot to reload. That is a lumberjack zombie. Whoa. That's a feral, I think they call them. They have glowing eyeballs, and they're a little tougher. I'm getting a clipping issue with the... Here's another feral zombie. They move faster. Stay down. Alright, I took care of that room. You can see it's a little tougher than the other POIs we've been doing in terms of the number and type of zombies. Gotcha. Assault rifle crafting skill. Excellent. Now we can build a pipe machine gun quality 6 or an AK-47 machine gun quality 1, which is even better. So we're going to want to look to do that pretty soon, before the next Horde night. Got him. It's always good when you can catch them off guard before they see you. The reason I didn't get him with the first shot is because he was a feral, so he's a little tougher. More 7.62 ammo. Handgun magazines. Awesome. A new hat. Got some good loot right there. What's that? Bow crossbow parts. Okay, I don't really need that. Coal? Okay. So there's a way up. Is this locked? That's locked. Okay, it wants me to go up. Got him. I've cleared the infested area, so that's all it wanted me to do. However... here's the payoff. I was just going to say I haven't found the payoff yet, but there it is right there. Medical crafting. Ooh, this is a new kind of cache. It's like a big military crate. It's got 97 7.62 ammos, 34 9mm shotgun, which is not useful for us. Barbed wire, that's good for clubs, not good for us. Gunpowder, a bone knife, I can just go ahead and scrap that. Another serrated blade mod. That was loaded. Alright, and here we've got Magnum Enforcer Volume 2. These $29 suits look good and help reduce incoming damage. Take 5% less damage when wearing the Enforcer outfit. Okay, that might come in handy. I got dog food. I got a Ranger outfit, which increases max health. Armor parts. 8 more 9mm ammos. Excellent. And a electronics crate. Let's see what's in here. Robotics crafting, a battery, and mechanical parts. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Oh, there's a little bit more loot over here. That's the end of that POI. Short and sweet. And let's get back and turn that in. Can certainly get at least one more quest in before the end of this day. Look how much ammo we found in there. That's going to come in really handy on the next Horde night. Using the sprint pedal for a little while and then let off for a little while method. Ooh, what's this? You like to start the party with a bang. Targets with full health take 20% more damage. That's really good. Heck yeah. Glad I stopped for that mailbox. That's going to coincide very nicely with our sneak attack build that we've got going on. That first shot against enemies is going to do even more damage. I love it when things synergize like that, as they can in this game, which is cool.
Afternoon. Congratulations. Here's your reward.
Alright.
Sucker.
We can get coal, we can get a crafting skill mat. I think I'm going to go for the magazine bundle. Get another job. I don't want to do the buried supplies, I don't like doing those. Fetch and clear at working stiff tools. The tool store is a great
You better
POI.
take this job. I'm not in the mood for any more of your let's get one
Lots
thing
of useful
straight.
stuff in there.
You're not working with me. You're
What do we got
working
here?
for me.
2 more handguns. 2 more cooking. And traps. I got pistol quality 4 unlocked. Awesome. Vegetable stew and meat stew unlocked. Excellent. Alright, let's go drop off some stuff real quick. We'll get back out here ASAP. And the name of the game is to get this quest done and get back and drop off the quest. Alright, so now I've got a whole stack of 150 7.62 ammos and some more. So at this point I can just hang on to the full stack and put the extras in there. This one, can do half-C's again. Drop that off. What does this hat do? Discount on purchased items. Okay, I'm not too concerned with that. I don't purchase a lot of items, as you can see. I mean, that's a viable way to play the game if you're so inclined, but for me, I don't really like to do that. Medium armor increases max health. What do I have on right now? Light armor reduces incoming damage. I think I'm going to stick with this. The light armor gives me better stamina and stealth bonuses, so I think that's more important. We can put that in there for later. Eventually you'll get like a whole set of a particular set, and those give you extra bonuses. Like if you have the whole set of this, it's reload faster with revolvers and lever action rifles. Alright, we can sell that. We got dog food. Is dog food? Yeah, dog food's used in a recipe. Boom, 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 boom. Prepared food, boom. Mods, that's for clubs, which I don't use clubs, so we might as well just sell that. Do I have another thing? I don't have any other bladed items, and I've already got that mod on this one, but I might someday want to have another one, so let's just put that in the storage. And A through F. 2 duct tape, that's good. Oops, that's G. G through P. Q through Z. Half. Medical. Don't need that. I'm hungry again. Let's eat a few of these real quick. And then restock on them before we go. Go ahead and grab the rest of those. Alright, we're ready to roll. Let's go do it. Time's a-wasting. Let's get over here to this next POI and try to finish it off before nightfall. Whoops. There's a dog after me. Alright, here's the tool store. We're gonna go in. Don't forget to hit the flag. And it wants us to go in this way. There's tons of stuff to loot in here. This is one of my favorite POIs. Usually get a lot of good stuff in this one. Alright, let's set about looting this room. Lead. Look at this. All fertilizer here. Nitrates. Coal. Why there's food and coal and stuff on a grill inside of a tool store, who knows, but it's a video game. Suspension of disbelief, right? And there's even water in the toilets in here for some reason. But that's okay. We'll take it. A few little things like that that could be a little more fleshed out in this game. Hey, workstation skill. That's always good. Nails. Paper. Water. Paper. Paper. Water. Ooh, more handgun parts. Excellent. That's why it's worth taking your time to loot all this stuff, because you'll find some useful things. Like these 2 repair kits. Those are very useful. I can make them, but it's just better to find them. Gained a level. Even by looting things, you gain experience. Glue, excellent. Never have too much glue. Ooh, repair tool crafting, excellent. Duct tape, awesome. Lockpick. Yeah, like I said, this tool store, if you take your time, there's lots of loot in here. Machine gun parts, awesome. Those are going to come in handy. Next room. No enemies in this room, doesn't appear. More loot, though. A purple dye. Yeah, our loot stage has progressed to where we're getting dyes now. We weren't getting any dyes for the longest time, and now all of a sudden we're starting to find dyes because our loot stage has reached a certain point. A paintbrush. You can use that to paint things just for aesthetic purposes. Machine gun parts. Awesome. We're going to need those machine gun parts to make our AK here tonight. We're going to try to make an AK tonight. Pumpkins. Cornmeal. Food stash. Miso soup. Let me make some room. I can spare one animal fat. Is that used in a recipe? It's not. I'll go ahead and just drink it or eat it. And then it's not sitting there in my inventory taking up space. Alright, let's go through here. You know there's going to be some enemies out here. Gotcha. I'm too full to gather all this stuff. I guess I can do without that leather for right now. Let's see what else we got over here. There's usually a box of goodies back here. And nothing very good in that one, unfortunately. I could, if I really wanted to, take all time to loot all these little resources, but a little pressed for time right now. We'll just take the low-hanging fruit here. There's the generator. I don't have a generator quest right now, but if I did, that's where I would go. Alright, back over here. go dumpster diving. No room for brass. I'll take that over the old sham sandwiches. Time is of the essence here if we want to get this done in time. That's probably better than paper. No room for that. Alright, up we go. Got him. If I wanted to spend more time, I could more thoroughly loot all this stuff, but yeah. We're gonna just try to get through this quickly. Get the credit for finishing the quest. Oh, here's the payoff room. No enemies in here. I guess the ones up on the roof counted as the final guardians of the loot. That's garbage. Electrical. Is that better than anything here? It's better than a yucca fruit. Ooh, forged steel. I gotta make room for that. It's better than a charred meat, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't really need that. Ooh, sprinting with a 44 gun drawn in combat uses 20 less stamina. That might be handy eventually. Not really important right at this second, but later it might be. What else can I afford to drop here? I really don't need these dyes. I don't plan on dyeing anything yellow. What's this do? Let's get rid of the purple dye also. I need that ammo. That ammo is more important than one mushroom spore. Alright. Again, if I had more time, I'd go out and make a temporary storage like I've shown you. But we're trying to get through this. If we're even going to make it. Alright. Let's call it there. Get the heck out of here. There's more loot outside too, but yeah, I gotta go. Oh, we haven't cleared the area yet. No! There's still a zombie somewhere. Alright. There's at least one more zombie over here somewhere. Yeah, I'm not going to make it back, unfortunately. We'll have to turn this quest in the morning. Yeah, look at all these resources here. Like, if you needed resources, this POI is the place to go. There's tons of resources in here. What happened? I didn't find the White River supplies yet. Ah, it's a zombie wave. They're often led by a bigger zombie like this one. Luckily, there's a fence between me and them, which is convenient. They will beat through it eventually if you give them enough time. Alright, that took care of them. Let's see if I can loot this bag. I have to bust through here first. That was just a wandering zombie wave. They randomly spawn and they roam around in a particular direction. Exploding arrows, not really good for us, unfortunately. Alright. I gotta get this courier satchel up here. That's better than 8 old cash. Alright. There we go. We are done with that. Unfortunately, we didn't get out of there in time to go and turn the quest in. Why is that showing up down there? Ah, I've hit my daily quest progression limit. That's what that red thing is. So you can only do a certain, by default settings in the game, you can only do a certain number of quests per day before you'll hit a limit. So we hit our limit today. I could turn this one in, but since it's too late, we're going to turn it in tomorrow anyway. So it'll all work out just fine. Back to our base and we'll drop all this stuff off, and then I want to see if I can craft an AK. That would be a useful item to have come the next blood moon. Zombie over here on the other side of the building. Just stay snuck down and hopefully we won't alert it. Alright, now we're sitting pretty on ammo. We got almost 2 full stacks of 7.62 and we got over 200 9mm. So we're starting to look like we're in pretty good shape for our next blood moon, and that's why I wanted to do a few days of questing before we go and try to build up our blood moon base, because we're going to be that much more prepared. We'll have that much more resources to work with. Make everything easier for us. I wonder that. It's kind of a nice item, but I don't really have anything good to put that on right now. Put that in there. A through F. G through P. Q through Z. Half. Half. Other. So I missed one. The rest of that can stay with me. Okay, let's see what it takes to build an AK. AK-47 machine gun. So, I'm going to need 1 machine gun parts. I got that covered. I'm going to need 5 forged iron. Got that covered. I need a duct tape. Got that covered. Gonna need a spring. Got that covered. Booyah! So this is the next tier of machine gun up from the pipe machine gun. It's going to be a significant upgrade. It's 3 levels above our current one. Level 5, level 6 pipe machine gun, and then level 1 AK. So that's going to be a significant improvement over what we have. Now, how about our next pistol? Where are we with that? We can build a level 4 pistol. Let me see if I have all the stuff I need. I've got 4 handgun parts. I can probably build the extra forged iron that I need. I need 2 more duct tapes. I can probably build that. Glue. Let's go duct. Need 2 of those. Let's see if we can build 19 irons. Let's grab some coal. And let's grab whatever iron we've got here. Smelt that down. Smelt some lead while we're at it. Lead. Oh, we're still working on that. Okay. Let's do this then. And let's grab like 30 coal. And then we need 19 of these. 2 minutes, we'll have that. And we can build a better pistol also. Oh yeah, AK. Alright, we'll put that up there. We'll modify. We'll take those mods off of the old pipe machine gun. And we'll drop some mods onto our new AK. And there it is. That's what our new machine gun looks like. Pretty cool. Once we get a 4x scope for this thing, then it'll be really good for outdoor use. But even as is with the 2x scope, pretty viable. It's going to be a big improvement over what we had. Alright, we need that iron. Still waiting on some iron. What we got here for cooking? We ran out of fuel. Let's drop some. Yeah, I don't want to go too crazy here. What else can we cook? I can build vegetable stew now. Cook vegetable stew now. Let's cook one of these, huh? Potatoes, corn, mushrooms, and water. Make as many of those as I can. Those will be handy. Get some more water going. 27 murky water. I guess I can cook those down, huh? Oops. So all told, I need like 40, like maybe 45 minutes worth of fuel. So let's go ahead and bump this up. Let's give it 50 just in case. It's going to take a while. Alright, let's drop off some things. We can put our old machine gun in here as a backup. Did I already have one in here? I did not. Okay, we'll just hang on to that for a backup. Can put away this corn, potatoes, water. What else were we trying to build? A pistol. We're trying to build that better pistol. Just waiting on that iron. There it is. Let's build ourselves a better pistol. Like every 2 or every 3 levels is pretty sufficient on these. If you build them more often than that, it's just a little resource intensive. About other kinds of tools. Any other tools we can use here? How about a knife? Can I build a better knife? I can't build the hunting knife yet. That's what I'm slinging right now. So eventually my knife skill will get good enough to where I can build that, but I can't do it yet. So for weapons, I think we're good. Still can't build better stone shovel or axe, which is unfortunate. Can't build a better wrench yet. What does a cigar do? I need a testosterone extract for that. I don't have it. Let's claim our new pistol. Swap that out with the one we have now. We will take our mods off of there. And we'll open up our new one. I don't want to make it green, I just did that to show it to you. This one has room for 3 mods, where the old one only had room for 2 mods. We'll drop that in there, and we'll take our old pipe pistol and get rid of that. We'll keep this level 2 pistol for a backup. Sell the pipe pistol next time we sell. And I don't want to carry that die around with me. What else do we have? Cloth, coal, glue, lead, machine gun parts, springs. The rest of that goes with me. Continuing over here. I could make a drum magazine, but I really don't need it. I mean, this thing already holds 30 by default, and I rarely open up with fully automatic fire unless I'm really in trouble in a tight situation. So I think that'll be just fine the way it is. Alright, 4 grip isn't a bad thing to have, but I don't really need it that bad. I think I can live without the rest of this stuff right now. What about this one? Stealth boots. Did we figure out I'm using... Yeah, I'm using medium boots. Let's see if we can build this stealth boots mod. This would be kind of handy. Oops, wrong one. There's that. Got that. Need 2 duct tapes. I can craft them probably. 5 mechanical parts. Got it. Need a sewing kit. Got it. So I just need to craft 2 duct tapes. And we can go ahead and craft that. It'll take a minute and a half to craft. Drop the rest of this stuff we don't need back in here. Alright. I think we're pretty much in a good position here as far as crafting is concerned. I need level 30 workstations to get the cement mixer, which is the next big workstation type thing I can build. So it's going to be a while on that. I think other than that, we're in good shape for crafting. So again, tomorrow, later today on our next session, it'll be day 12, so we will continue to quest on day 12 and get more loot. And then day 13, we will start working on upgrading our horde base, and we'll continue that on the morning of day 14. And then the evening of day 14 is another blood moon. Let's drop that in here for now. So we've got a little bit of food in here that we can eat if we need to at some point. Starting to get on top of things. We got that. Let's go ahead and see if we can equip that. Modify. Got to remove the armor fittings, but I can put that in instead, and that'll be more useful. Makes me make less noise and less stamina penalty moving around. Drop this in there for now. Take a look at our points here. We got 1 point available. Machine gun's maxed out. I only need 1 point in that. Iron gut. This makes food and water go further. And this one is for stamina. I think I'm going to go for this one first. This is very important. It means I'll be able to ride my bike further and run further and do all the things that take stamina more before I run out. Let's take a look at our challenges. Complete anything else? What do I need this one? Craft forged iron. We'll get there eventually. Craft pipe bombs. Buy items from traders. Harvest honey. Harvest leather. Harvest car parts. Harvest forged steel. You got to get a pretty high skill before you're going to be able to do that. We'll get to all this stuff eventually. Well, we're in pretty good shape here. I think we'll just go ahead and call it here a little early. And then on our next session, we can go ahead and go turn this quest in that we just finished. Grab a new one and continue with our questing. So, as usual, if you enjoyed the video, or if you learned something about the game, please give me a like. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to do so, if you haven't already. And leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about it. And I will catch you in the next one.